At the end of the day, you realize you gotta sleep and then dream because dreams are free, but then reality has a fee, so you have to wake up and make your dreams come true. Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Kate.Vic, and in this channel I show you videos of how to improve your personal growth, investment, finance, and making money so you can live a life where you can spend with less worries. In today's video we are going to look at how you can save more money so that you can achieve your desired goal within a particular period of time. You realize that at the end of the day you go to the job, then earn money. As for me, in my daily routine, I wake up, then brush and take a bath and then have a quick breakfast and then head to my workplace where I reach and then pick 2 or 3 books to read and freshen my mind. Actually, I've just started this hygiene, like health hygiene, where I don't go quickly to my phone and then start scrolling through the feeds because they are really endless. So what I do is I adopted this thing of reading books every morning. When I reach my workplace, I read 2 or 3 pages of my favorite book and then I freshen my mind before I start engaging anyone or anything else. Then after that, at the end of the day, I have to get paid after the month, but many of us realize that by the end of the month, you have nothing left. Like, you can't even account for the money. Like, how have you spent it? Where has it gone? All you see is dry pockets, and you don't know how you're gonna start investing without money. So, in today's video, we're going to look at 3 things which you can improve and then monitor very well so that you account your money. Because in these 3 things, it's where you usually spend most of your money, especially when you are from campus and then you have just graduated. Like me recently, 3 months back I was for my graduation, and then you have just started working somewhere where you expect a pay every month, and then you gotta save so that you can invest in yourself or buy some property for you. This is your video. We shall start with housing. You realize that you have to get a place which is near your workplace, but then such places tend to be expensive. For example, me, I was studying from Kampala, the capital city, and then I had to move to Entebbe, where there's the national airport. So that's where I've been working, and so realize the rent rates in that place are high. They are high in the sense that you can afford them, but then at the same time, you may fail to achieve it. Then you'll be like a sleeping person. Like, you have to wake up. And the strategy I advise you to use is that you should consider staying at your home place. Like, move in with your parents, stay back at your parents, and don't move out yet until you can really afford such a house, because it will be taking a lot of your money each year. It may look as a small money by month, but if you round up the numbers, run them down, and then sum up per month, you realize that that's really some good money you're spending on housing. If it all fails, try looking out for friends, teach them about financial intelligence like financial literacy, and then seek out who are willing to be with you, like to stay together so that you can have a roommate and then share the rent. Because the poverty clock is ever clicking and you gotta wake up. Once you have decided to start living alone, you realize that you have many bills coming across. Not only rent, there's water, electricity. Some houses don't come with free electricity and water, so you gotta sit down and then do your search. Search for places that where you pay rent, water is considered within, and then also electricity is within the rent but still remaining at a low. So I would recommend, if possible, there are many hostels that still accept non-students to sleep in, like they can accommodate them. So if you can look for such a room where you pay as a student in that hostel, usually they come with free Wi-Fi, free water, and then free electricity. You realize that you're wasting much money on the internet. Some of us are subscribed to really expensive network companies, but you can do your search and look out for telecom companies that have their services at a low rate. For example, I used to buy data bundle almost every day when I was still at campus, and then this data would not even take me through a day. I mean, maybe if it could expire, but no, it could get used up like in 2 hours, 3 hours, and I'm seeing no more. So I did my research and realized that there was really a good telecom company that could give me the same bundles but at a cheaper price, and then I adopted a monthly the monthly pay. Since then, I have never gone back to my old internet bundles. Then the next thing I would say is transport. When you've just gotten a new job, it's like you have just woken up. And a few months down the road, it may be like 8 months, 1 year, you think that you need a car, like a private vehicle that could transport you to and fro wherever you want. But then this is also another trap, which is going to keep you in poverty. Owning a car comes along with very many expenses, not only fuel but also servicing and then also insurance. So you realize at the end of the month, when you run down the numbers, transport is taking a lot of your money. What I would recommend is that adopt and then insist using public transport services, because these are kind of cheap. Like if you were to take a taxi, you don't need that much money. Even like 1,000 can take you somewhere a good distance, where a private car will take you by a half liter of fuel, and that's too much money. And this habit will help you to save more money, which you will use to invest or do any other thing that you're really interested in, unless if that car is going to be rented out so that other people can bring you money like as equity, then I have no problem with it. But if it's for your personal use, I wouldn't recommend. Then the last part here is about food, because health, like you have to eat food to be healthy, but then some of us are doing it the wrong way. I will insist that avoid junk food. Cook for yourself, like especially if you're after campus. Try to cook for yourself. Don't go to hotels, they are just taking your money. In fact, you're not paying, they are just taking your money for free. I would recommend that you do a weekly budget for the food expenses, what type of food you want to eat on each day, and then run down the numbers and stay committed to your budget. For example, don't go to work with an empty stomach. You're going to spend. I understand there might be canteens at the workplace and then cafe along the way, but you realize that you're spending much money, yet you might even not get satisfied. Avoid to move on an empty stomach. People waste a lot of money on food and beverages when you're just from campus, then you just started working. You tend to think that you have a lot of freedom, you can go to the bars and booze all night, and that's all spending money. Each bottle of beer that you drink comes with a fee, and if you run down those digits, you realize that you're really wasting a lot of money. At the end of the month, you will seem like you've not been working because you have no any money left. Like there's no any single coin left on you, and you can't trace where it has gone. Those are the three things I want us to focus on: food, then rent, then transport. If possible, draw down a template for the budget of those three categories, and then try to save much money from them, because that's where most of our money goes. And if you learn that technique, surely you will have some money left on you and be used in your other investments. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel and give this video a like so that it can be spread to a wider audience for people like you to watch. Thank you. See you next time.